Good morning, my brothers and sisters of the DOD. We are in the final stretch. We can get this sold this month, October 2018. Let's do it. Now, there are some stuff that needs to be settled and worked out here, and I want to go over some of those. One of the issues, of course, and the sticking issue is Joanne Austin's bill. And I think that it's important to go over this again briefly because I've not gotten any response. I've heard that there are no's, but there've not been anyone responded to what I have been saying. And I want to understand that so that we can come to an agreement and conclusion and move this forward and have a sale by the end of October. Wouldn't that be good for everyone? So let me go back to the point that Joe made yesterday in his email where he said that Joanne Austin's bill is not closing costs. I claim that they are closing costs, and I previously answered this back on August 30th, and I have a few excerpts here for you. I agree that the O'Connor 12 did not retain Austin's services. I did. When I announced what I was doing, no one said to stop and instead proceed with George's plan of no easements. These responses to deny the payments of Austin services were made in light of Mickey's 8-page character assassination of Chuck and myself. This is not a fair way to frame it when then you've been, well, should Austin be paid? Well, Bob's a bad guy, so don't pay him. Basically, I'm shortening that here. But why am I being put down for all my personal work to benefit everyone in what has become the DOD? I saved the O'Connor Association cost of doing the survey by using George's survey equipment and creating maps along with significant revisions after George and I negotiated. This was in itself worth about $2,000 that the DOD did not have to pay. Also, I rebuilt the steps to number 6 that Austin recommended, among other things. The work was to benefit the DOD only, involve necessary, professional, real estate legal help that should be paid for proportionally by everyone in the DOD. That's the folks. Without me, no one would realize the total benefit of an additional $100,000. If we gone with George's plan, that would have been without the easements, and the value would be roughly $25,000. That's a rough estimate versus our current pending sale price of $120,000. Again, ask for your support to pay Joanne Austin's bill, and I'd like to hear what's happened here that I'm not getting in terms of a response from you that says, no, that's not the way it is. You know, what you've created, what I've tried to create here for the family is extra value that we all benefit from. I know it's taken a long time. I know that there are title issues and lots of details, and I've worked on those details diligently. And I also feel I'm facing a headwind with basically bullshit stuff that doesn't need to be there. We can be cooperative about that, and some of that's outlined in the email in response to Joe's claims. For instance, Joe's claims about the escrow. My feeling is the escrow is not necessary. We decide this weekend this is a sale or no sale. 30 days from now, 60 days from now, I'm done. I'm not going to argue this anymore. This is the one last time to figure out where we're going, how we can do this as a family. Joe is saying that stealing, this is an insult. It's an insult to me. I have done everything to create the value, to make this work for everyone in the DOD. It has taken a lot of unpaid work on my part, and you should know that there are legitimate business costs that make this a more valuable asset. And one of them is to pay an attorney. That's one of the business costs. And I need to hear the argument from each of you to say, no, that shouldn't be paid, and why. I have framed this in a way that you can understand it. George had a different plan, no easements. You just sell it as is. I have created value here for everyone proportionally. Okay, I've ranted. What else do I need to say? Well, you can read the, Joe says that you all are being gaslighted by me. I feel I'm the one who's being gaslighted. Gaslighting is a form of psychological manipulation that seeks to sow seeds of doubt in a targeted individual. That's me. I've had these seeds of doubt in working with Joe, which you can read about in my response to him. Crazy stuff like all the emails we did around the well agreement and that kind of thing. So anyway, you can go back and look at that. What I'm asking for is a response. What am I missing here in understanding that Joanne Austin should not be paid? This is crazy. This is part of what I've created here, and I feel like I'm working at this headwind basically because of Mickey. And, you know, Mickey did the character assassination, and Mickey, I'm sure you're watching this. You did a hell of a job on a character assassination of both me and Chuck. And I also feel Chuck hasn't been honored in questions he's had, although I do see in Joe's current email, he's answered some of the questions Chuck asked months ago. So good. We can move forward with this. Let's make this sale happen. And I've done all the pieces. And I know it's taken a long time, but it is what it is with the title companies. I feel like what am I, learning to become a paralegal to do all this detailed stuff? Anyway, I look forward to each of you responding and saying why or why not Joanne Austin should be paid based on what I have just covered here. I appreciate your help. I'd love to have the sale. I'd love to go back to being part of our family where we can laugh and have fun and do all of the things. And the most important thing is we need to be kind to one another. Thank you very much. Bye for now.